Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld. Still a little sick, but feeling tons better today, like very alert, but I know that my voice is probably getting worse. Um, oh well, we are we are not much different from yesterday, except we have started building out this section of the ship. We are just needing a couple more lifters right now, just because when junk arrives, there's so much junk that arrives. And we have built a little laboratory for Android and sub persona creation. So I think let's stick a chair right here. Why don't we go ahead and experiment with making some androids? I think we have some persona cores. I think we brought the two with us. Yes, persona subcores. Okay. That's marked as critical. Actually, let's clear this because we're gonna move those sub persona cores or persona subcores here, and we'll move the mechanoid cores down there. But I have not really experimented with this Android creation station before. Um, it looks like we hit create Android and then it pops up with kind of like the Xenotype kind of creation stuff, but it's all Android related. And so some of these are subroutines and some of them are hardware, right? Um, Memory processing and power. We can't get rid of some of these things. Joy disabled. Oh, we can't get rid of any of these things by default. I think we have to change some of the behavior with like subroutines, right? We do have a couple modded pieces of hardware. So we have synthetic skin, we have mech android shells, and although Pria was designed to look human, to interact and work with humans, I don't think she necessarily cares that her androids look and act human. So we'll try out some of these mech android shells or maybe synthetic skin for our first couple. We have skin colors, we have hairs. I think if we do the mech android shell, hair will be disabled, so that won't even matter. Body types, other cosmetics don't really matter if we choose the mech android shell. So really, it's just, I think, subroutines that we're worried about. And this affects how much power they utilize and how much other stuff. I think I haven't, because we've been role playing that like Priya is the ship, right? She is this Priya core embedded in this ship. I have like, I tried experimenting with removing her power need, and that didn't work. She just like lost power without having a need for power and without us being able to do anything. So we re-added it, but we did remove her need for memory processing. And then I've just been kind of like increasing her power manually using character editor. We are going to build reactors and we are going to have like these androids have like their reactors swapped in and out and all that other fun stuff. And we're going to let them still have that memory requirement. So we kind of want to pay attention to that as we build them. And I figure if we're going to be building reactors, then I guess we can start swapping Pria's reactors in and out and all that stuff. Let me mess around with setting up what I think our first android will be, and we'll see how that goes. I think for the most part, Priya has been pretty satisfied with the sub personas uh, as an experiment. They've been obedient, subservient. They are easy to manage. She can power them over the air with, our like little wireless transmitter thing. Where do we have one of those? Um, I don't think we actually have one. So maybe they're actually going to charging pads right now, which is fine. We have charging pads, but we should build like a little wireless charger for them. Let me queue one of those up. Power. Long range wireless charging. I guess we can stick it like right there in that bridge. The Oh my gosh, the deltas have been okay. They are emotional. They do have like emotional needs, And actually, Delta One and Pria have gotten into a relationship, which I don't necessarily understand. Delta One does not have a super high opinion of her, but Pria has a really high opinion of him, right? They're engaged. Oh no, Pria just has a plus 35. But Delta One has a plus 100 fiance, physically stunning, supreme god emperor of their ideology, and she's an android. Um, so I think we can say that Priya is pretty satisfied with the Delta models, especially since she's kind of like taken one up as like a consort, which is a little strange to me. Like perfect Delta of the Mech Hive, perfect Delta. Like they don't have genders, right? Priya was designed with a gender as an AI by humans. So that's interesting. The um, sub personas have been good. The gammas have been a bit of a problem. Like it's great that they can become mechanitors, but they are so needy and they have supreme expectations. Like Protocol Prime, I think the supreme expectations is because he's like our whatever, our moral guide. Um, Lots of mental breaks. So let's see if we can design some androids that kind of like uh, meet the subservience of the sub personas and the deltas without the mental breaks of the primes, the gammas right now. If we can successfully do that and make them mechanitors and make them psychically sensitive so that we can use our silence on them, then the gammas might be obsolete. We'll see how things go. Okay, finished designing our first android. This will be the new Protocol Prime. It's going to be incapable of combat. It's going to have an anti-awakening protocol. It's going to produce extra waste, which is not a big deal for us since we're just like burning it all up in our engines. Mechlink support, psychic coils, extreme dense windings, which increase psychic sensitivity, incapable of construction, mining, cooking, plants, animals, and artistic, but has advanced, so a plus 12 to crafting, medical, social, and intellectual. And then the rest of this is just like the default stuff, and they will be a mech android shell. And so this will replace our current protocol prime. I'm not sure if we'll decommission the gamma, but we'll go ahead and create this one. Power drain is 80%, requires 1 persona subcore, 125 plasteel, 30 uranium, and 7 advanced components. So we'll hit create on that. And you are no longer protocol prime. You are going to be gamma 1. And the next like android that we'll create, because we do have one more sub persona core, we'll design to be Arco Prime. So instead of social, we'll disable or sorry, instead of disabling construction on that one, we'll disable social and we'll let that one do construction, since Arco Prime is our master stylist. I think that makes sense to swap around. So Arco Prime, you will no longer be Arco Prime, but you'll just be Gamma 2. And we'll let them retain this gear and the mechanoids that they have, but we're probably not going to gestate any more mechanoids for them. We'll start building armies around the new Protocol Prime and Arco Prime, as well as Pria. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to um, start working on building her army up. So let's not do enemies. Oh, okay. And then let's copy these and link them. And so War Queen is, let's do a couple War Queens, like 4, and we will say Priya will do those. Let's do some Centipede Blasters. Let's do like 6 of those, and we'll say that's for Priya also. Okay, Centurions, let's do 4 of these guys. Priya. And What other ones do we want? I feel like we're gonna be fighting lots of mechs for the SOS2 quest, so I don't think we need any Tesserons. What's a matriarch? Fast human-sized gestator mechanoids built for maintaining and gestating different kinds of mechanoids. Oh, this is because of that. Um, so if we unhide, we added the Gestalt engine or whatever. Um, I'm not sure if we'll use this or not. I think it makes sense to use it because it would allow us to control mechanoids outside of their range. Um, but we'll think about it. We'll definitely like test it out. So let's do some Lancers, maybe like 10 Lancers. All of these will be Pria. And then we'll see what her capacity is at after that. She has 163 currently, and we're only using 25 on her. Okay, supplies are all loaded up. It looks like someone does actually have to operate this. I was thinking that like once it was loaded, it would just all get crafted, but it's giving our crafting sub personas something to do, so that's great, and I'm fine with that. I am working on kind of like building out the symmetry over here. I don't think we'll build the next drop ship yet. I think once this floor gets in, we'll probably work on engines. So engines down here and here. We have dropped below 3 on our thrust weight ratio, and I'd like to get back above that just to make sure we're fast enough to get away from things if we need to. And these parts require a lot of uranium. I think we're a little low on uranium. We're low on it compared to all the other metals that we have. So if we do encounter ship combat, we'll probably go ahead and, if we do encounter ships that we can get into combat with, engage that combat, like trade ships and whatnot, to see if we can scrape some uranium out of them. Does this connect to the power network? It does not. So let's go ahead and I guess power wise, let's just like build some connections here. Let's do these need to be connected to the heat network? They do. So let's go ahead and go to ship and let's get this built. And then if we go to storage, we can do uranium fuel pipes so that we don't have to like manually pipe this in. What's the best way to do that? We can't build through these guys because they're impassable and they're 4 thick. So we'd get one here, and we wouldn't be able to build the 2 in the middle. I guess we could do something like that. Actually, if we go over one, we get into the wall, and then we can probably do the same thing there to create some symmetry. So let's do that over here as well. And I think just like right to there, right? Okay, so power, connect power there, and heat, we will also connect heat there. And we'll get a couple more ship reactors installed. We're like good. We could probably do like a couple rounds of combat here, but it just takes forever for us to like get our capacitors charged. We just have a lot going on to power. How many reactors do we have right now? We have, I think, five full-sized one, and then we have a mini or a small reactor in our dropship that's contributing power to this whole setup as well. Okay, a ship popped up on us. It is not too big. They do have a lot of torpedoes to launch at us. I don't think this is going to be a problem. And yeah, we're pretty good on shielding. We have another shield coming in over here. We're a little excessive on shielding over here because of this guy, but I think that's fine. We can probably just have them manually toggle that one off. Okay, they've turned around. They're trying to get away from us after their first barrage of torpedoes, but they are not going to get away from us. And we're going to hit maintain. Let's take a look at this. Okay, they lost shields. Shields have come back up. Did our spinal weapon fire? Can fire in 42 seconds, so it did. Okay, game froze a little bit. Oh, a chunk of the ship like came off, I guess. Just like a piece of hull got completely separated. We'll speed things up so we can fire again. Okay, here we go. Okay, their bridge is right there. Let's go ahead and focus on that. We'll just shoot right there. And I think that's our spinal weapon. Just increasing their heat like crazy. Okay, we're getting pretty high up on our heat for some reason. But we're dumping it pretty well, so. Ooh, really good, really nice shots from our spinal weapon. Okay, they must have a computer core somewhere because we haven't won the ship battle yet. Is it maybe up here? That's like the only unrevealed area that would make sense to me. Could be back here, but that's pretty strange. Let's target, I guess, that front section first. Like, to me, that makes more sense for where that computer core might be. Yeah, they just had shields back here. Okay, that's probably a shield generator up there as well then. Why have we not won this ship battle? What am I missing? What am I missing here? I guess we'll just like obliterate what's there. Oh, not that. That's not what I want. I want to set a force target. Like, right? There's nothing here. Okay. Oh, they're getting away? They're their engines are like set to max. Their ship is nothing, so they don't have like any weight to be pushing. I guess we can go ahead and retreat as well. Okay. And when it comes to salvaging steel, I don't really care. Uranium is what I'm looking for. We'll take that. I guess we'll take these hull foam canisters, silver, plasteel, and then whatever steel we can take. Uranium. There we go. And then accept. And then double click these and abandon both of them at the same time. Okay. Not bad. Slowly getting the uranium stockpiles replenished. Okay, we have our androids built. Matu's here. We had him equip some power armor because the ship was not fully environmentally sound. Apparently, our androids do have issues with the vacuum of space. As soon as they're built, they are low on nutramine, so I went ahead and built some neutro tanks that our little neutro caskets could replenish them. Lynette, what are we working on? We're working on some ancient mech power armor for you and Matuz. We'll get you guys into that. For now, though, we have zoned off the mothership properly, so you should be fine the way you are. Let's see. So you are going to be Protocol Prime. You're our new Protocol Prime, and we'll accept that. You are our new Arco Prime. And we'll accept that. We've renamed Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 to Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Let's go ahead and get you guys into your new social roles. Oh, actually, you guys are going to have to go to this ship for that. Let's swap that down to here. Let's make sure this is the right color as well. We'll assign this to Pria. We've created a throne slash recharging room on the mothership. So she has, there's also this throne room here. Let's go ahead and start our ceremony. So Protocol Prime Moral Guide, right? Yes, because you are the one that has the capability of social. And then you can do construction. Let's go ahead and grab Priya and we'll just copy and paste. And I think that's good. Both of you guys are going to be working on smithing. In order for them to be mechanitors, they do need mech links, which we can craft. So let's go ahead and queue 2 of those up. And then once we're done with these ceremonies, we'll give them the Silent Neuroformers as well. Storage, let's put mech links here, just so that they're easy to find. Gamma 1, you... our current Protocol Prime, you are not going to be happy that we're removing that from you. You have supreme expectations. That should go away once you lose your role, though. Okay. And so, you'll be upset about that for 10 days, but you're not going to have supreme expectations anymore. New Protocol Prime needs... you don't have needs, so we don't have to worry about you going on mental breaks. You are freeing memory space. Let's go ahead and assign you a thing there. And then once you're done with that, we will make you our Arco Prime. Oh, it takes a while for you. Well, I guess because she's just standing there instead of going to a spot. Social Arco Prime. Begin. And then we have this Android behavior station. I might, since they are pretty low on power usage, I might go ahead and just make it so that they like free up memory space faster or increase their memory space if we have that ability. I'm not sure how that'll work. So what do? We enter Android behavior station. And oh, cool. And we can just like change subroutines and stuff, right? So let's collapse all. And then there's something about RAM, right? Anti-sleep, memory decay, not that. Self-recharge. Solar power. Let's see. Slow RAM. This Android will take twice as long to reformat. Fast RAM. So if we do that, that gets you to like baseline. And then that's just it. Okay, we're modifying this Android. Oh, the layering is all weird. I think that's because of a mod that we have that adjusts perspectives. It's been kind of weird all along. I might go ahead and remove that mod. What is it? Is it depth? Sense of depth? I think we can just disable it, right? General selection settings. Initially, when I don't know. We'll see about this. Like, it's supposed to make it so that like if they walk behind a building, like it appears that they're walking behind the building. Neutral loss moderate. Okay. Well, you're resting in that casket. You should be refilling on Nutramine, so that's fine. And then how long does this take? Does someone actually have to like come operate this? Prioritize modifying the android. Okay. We could also do this, I think, to modify Pria herself, right? She has the psychic coils. She doesn't have um the subroutine that increases her psychic sensitivity. She is pretty psychically sensitive already, though. If we take a look at it here, I think we could get that up to 200%. So we'll have to see about that. Okay, so Pria refuses to be reprogrammed. Cannot enter, refuses reprogramming, and that's because she's awakened. We can reprogram these guys because they aren't awakened. Let's go ahead and use Neuroformer to form Psylink. And then we will do the same for you. And Protocol Prime, we will assign you right here. Ooh. Health. Psycast. Okay. Oh, meditation. 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 Focus. Okay. You were just like meditating in that room. Why can we not assign you a throne? Maybe if we give the game a moment? Okay. Miscellaneous. Meditation spots. Okay, we can assign meditation spots to like anyone. I guess we'll have you meditating there for now. If we can't get you assigned to this throne, actually, Psycast. Okay, there we go. Dignified requires a royal title. Oh, interesting. Well, we might just give you a royal title then. Yeah, we can. There's that mod like titular royalty, and that will allow Pria to give them royal titles. So I guess we'll go grab that at some point. But for now, they'll just hang out and do meditation spots next to Pria. Oh, your schedule is not the same. There you go. And then what is this? Do we have toxic waste here? Oh, I wonder, excuse me. I wonder if we like stored toxic waste out in space and then it just like whatevered. Okay, so we have spots. We have plenty of spots for that. I guess let's get the toxic waste out of our ship, even though it doesn't impact us. I just don't like the way that it like makes the tiles a different color. So purely for aesthetics, we will put down a pollution pump for the moment. But I feel like that's a pretty good spot for us to end today. We have our 2 new androids. We know that they're not going to have mental breaks or anything like that. We're working on armor for them. What do we need for this? We need 8 nanostructuring chips. Do we have that queued up? Mechlink, subcores, signal chips, nanostructuring chips. We do. They just need time to work on it. So we'll get them all in new armor. I guess they'll match Pria for now. I think at some point in the future, we'll get Pria in the Archotech armor. I know that as we get further into actually when we start scanning and actually start finding the quests for Save Our Ship 2 Endgame, there'll be some Archotech things that will be happening and we can start replacing parts of our ship with Archotech parts. I think that'll make sense that we've like evolved to that technological point. Even though we can make the armor now, we will not equip it until our ship starts to look more like that thematically. We are growing some cotton so that we can make these guys some LTEX suits. How much LTEX do we have? Do we need to maybe accept a mission to go grab LTEX? No, we have enough to make them some LTEX suits, so that's great. I think tomorrow what I'd like to do is probably like finish these engines. We have plundered a lot of uranium. That being said, our uranium reserves here in the mothership are pretty low. So I think we'll work on making fuel and getting that all fueled up, and then we'll work on these engines. Um, and then I think these sections up here so that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more spinal lasers to build. And I think that'll make us quite formidable. I think maybe formidable enough to actually start pursuing some of those end game quests while we kind of like finish up building the rest of the ship. We have a bunch of tanks, hover tanks here queued up for our drop ship. I know that we'll have to be like landing on moons and stuff. And so, I figure this will be like our own version of a mech cluster, is that when we get those missions, we'll land this guy down there. We'll unleash tanks and mechanoids and mortars. And to man those mortars and tanks, we're going to make a small army of sub-personas to do that work. Sending our mechanitors down with our army of mechs that we're working on. We have 7 lancers now. We have a centipede, and Pria is working on gestating a lot more. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.